All I'm gonna say is count me out. Do you see these people pushing this shit? Now they want you to enjoy this light show, cause this is the smoothest part of the ride. Trust me, you wanna prepare for this motherfucker. Now once you make it to the top, this is where the pain begins. This roller coaster right here is called the Space Mountain, which opened up in January of 1975. Now it's located at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom theme park. But if you having back problems before getting on this motherfucker, you gon' definitely have some getting off. I really hope you got a chiropractor on standby. Now this is the slowest ride in the theme park, but the roughest ride. Certain parts of this roller coaster, bumpy as shit. And it's not holding back on the turns cause it's whipping around this track. Be prepared to have a bad case of whiplash before you get off of this. All I'm gonna say is count me out. Have you ever had the experience to ride this rough motherfucker? So on Tuesday in California, while everyone thought this was the grand finale, they didn't know that people was trapped fighting for their lives. Jesus Ramos, Johnny Ramos, and Junior Melendez basically took it upon themselves to go and try to find their sons that was trapped inside the explosion.
People are unaccounted for after a warehouse that was storing fireworks went up in flames in a massive explosion yesterday. CAL FIRE said those 7 people are unaccounted for. First responders are trying to find them. They say this is still an active incident.
Our family members state there was no police, no fire departments, no agencies that came to try to put out the fire. The police said the impact of the fireworks and other explosives made it difficult for people to try to go inside and rescue. That it wasn't safe for no one to enter in, so that's why no one responded. And still, there's 7 people still missing. I hope they all get found. Thoughts and prayers to all families that lost someone. Now this motherfucker right here is called the Titan. I want you to get ready for this 255-foot drop. Ooh, wait! Count me out. Now this hypercoaster is located at Six Flags Over Texas. This ride opened up in April of 2001. And this motherfucker reaches up to the speeds of 85 miles per hour. Ooh, wait. Now sadly, this mother lover don't have no inversions, but it got a lot of swirls and twirls and getting dizzy and shit. And this is one of the longer rides at the park as it lasts almost up to 3.5 minutes. Now some people will say this ride is similar to the Goliath. Since I ain't been on neither one of these motherfuckers, I couldn't even tell you. But if you got a need for speed and you want the wind to blow through your hair, then this is the ride for you. Have you ever experienced the Titan before? And if so, how did you feel about this motherfucker? Oh, wait, count me out. When I heard the name Incredible Hulk, it made me scared than a motherfucker. Made me truly think that this ride was gonna be rough than a motherfucker. Now when you entering inside this motherfucking tunnel, you thinking it's about to be something explosive. Something that's gonna change the whole way you look at roller coasters. But once it starts, it's just loops and loops. You can hear a lot of motherfuckers screaming from this ride, but ain't shit scary about this motherfucker. Normally you'll hear me say, count me out. But on this one, this ain't shit. First off, who was the engineers that built this motherfucker? Cause this right here was a total waste of a roller coaster. Besides going from side to side and a couple loop-de-loops, that's all you get on this motherfucker. I couldn't possibly see how someone would be afraid of this motherfucker. Probably the only thing to be afraid of is how long the line is to get on this motherfucker. So if you're looking for an adrenaline rush, do not get on this motherfucker. Over 600 rescues across 10 counties. Washington is feeling it. Just look at this shit.
This is just crazy.
I agree with that guy.
This is wild.
Crazy.
You feel the whole concrete shaking. Oh my God.
The extent of damage in Washington state is profound. After more than a week of heavy rains and record flooding, Governor Bob Ferguson said Tuesday there's more to come. More high water, more power outages, and more mudslides in the forecast. Now, as of Tuesday, there's only been recorded one death of a man who drove past warning signs of a flooded area. Key highways have been buried or just washed away. Entire communities are underneath water as we speak. Governor urges people that if you get an evacuation, to leave immediately. At least 100,000 people are underneath evacuation. Shit. Thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that's dealing with this right now. Let me ask you simple-minded motherfuckers this. If black people don't worry about the black community, who the fuck else gonna worry about it? See, it's motherfuckers like this that just don't give a damn about what's going on in the world. Talking about some YTs and some Stanley Cups and fucking teddy bears as if we give a fuck about what the fuck they got going on. Oh, I got it now. You rather see a YT talking about the black community, showing videos of how motherfuckers going around making themselves look like a fool all for a pair of shoes. Then you're gonna have something to say to that YT because they ain't the same color as you. And let me remind you, most black motherfuckers buy Jordans, not YTs. Like I said before, while motherfuckers was standing in line for a pair of shoes acting a fool, are those bills paid? Do you got some land? Do you got some property? That's what you should be focused on, not a pair of shoes that's gonna run down in a couple of months and then you're gonna be looking for another pair. Like I stated before, motherfucker priorities are fucked up. And if you can agree with a moron like this, then yeah, you a part of the problem too. Am I like the only one that does not get excited when Jordans get released anymore? You got people standing outside in the freezing cold in line for hours for a pair of shoes that's been released multiple times. Just to say, oh, I got me a pair of those. Did you get one? Now, it was over 1 million pairs of shoes released and they were sold out in minutes. But I guess you motherfuckers gotta ask yourself, are your priorities in order? Is all those bills paid for the month? Is your Christmas shopping out the way? Because if the answer is no, you better take them motherfuckers back.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Or the ones that's standing in line, not for themselves, but for their kids, just to turn around and let their kids go outside and play in them. We talking about hundreds of dollars for a pair of shoes, but ain't got no property. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan's somewhere in a bed, rubbing his feet together, watching Netflix while you motherfuckers try to get a pair of shoes. Now, if you motherfuckers was just smart like me, you would have ordered them online. So by now, you motherfuckers have probably heard that Olivia Henderson, that DoorDasher that went to that man's house delivering his food, decided to pull out her phone to get some views and recorded him with his pants down. Yeah, she got arrested. On November 10th, they decided to take her ass in on felony surveillance charges. Now that TikTok video that she posted, she went viral from that motherfucker, but now she finna go viral from jail. But check this out. The police had warned the customer of potential indecent exposure without charging him, but Henderson sharing the footage violated DoorDash's privacy policy, which led to her account getting deactivated. It's a shame that she just didn't go up to that man's door, leave his food right there, take a picture and walk away, but instead violated his privacy and recorded him just to get some views that's now got her ass in jail. I guarantee you this motherfucker done learned a valuable motherfucking lesson from this motherfucking incident, and I bet you she don't do this shit ever again.
They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing.
Once again, Donald Trump is calling for ABC to pull Jimmy Kimmel off air, saying, "Get that bum off the air." This comes after Jimmy Kimmel monologue on Tuesday saying Trump is not a happy little meal right now. Every time he gets asked about Jeffrey Epstein, he loses his mind. Trump fired back on Truth Social late Wednesday night, calling for ABC to pull him off of air, saying, why does ABC fake news keep Jimmy Kimmel, a man with no talent and very poor television ratings, on air? Now, this comes as on Wednesday when Trump officially signed a bill calling the Justice Department to finally release the Epstein files. Now, we all know that Jimmy Kimmel faced backlash regarding the Charlie Kirk situation, which he was suspended on air for a whole week. But if you ask me, what Jimmy Kimmel said Tuesday night on his monologue wasn't really bad. It's not like he hasn't been telling the truth. I mean, don't forget, just like a few days ago, Donald Trump called a reporter quiet piggy on Air Force One. And of course, this was when she asked about the Epstein files as well. Shit's crazy, man.
They're an arm of the Democrat Party. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.